welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified Podcast. Today is June 21st, 2020. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
Hello, guys. It's your boy, Pokemon Trigger, please. How you doing?
All right. How's it going, my good man?
Oh, it's going good as always.
Yeah. How's life treating you to these days?
Not as good as you today. I did see something you got.
Well, we'll get into that in just a moment, but definitely there is something that we have to announce because it is very important. As you guys know, as if you guys have been following us in the social media, we are now part of the Professor Network, the Pokemon Professor Network. Please go ahead and check us out at the I can't even say the word. PokemonProfessor.com/purelighter, or not purelighter. What am I talking about? Purified Podcast. Right here is the website. We are not part of this network that will make sure that we do our thing so we can help out the community. Ken Pescator from the Lura Podcast, Adam Tussle, they do so many podcasts. If you go ahead and check them out, you can also go to purifiedpodcast.com and it will actually go into the website itself. You can, of course, check the places that we go, from the YouTube, the Twitch, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, all those feeds that we usually have and mention every single day, of course. But you can always go to theprofessornetwork.com and check them out too, because they have a lot of podcasts. The Lura Podcast is Pokemon Go. Gotta Watch Them On is a Pokemon-related podcast. Special Condition is a TCG. And then there's many other podcasts that actually are implemented into this network. So we are actually proud to be part of this network, and hopefully we can bring in so much. So you'll basically be hearing this part, or at least part of the Professor Network, every time we start a podcast from now on. So thank you very much to Ken Pescator for setting all of this up. But we definitely want to bring in as much as possible viewers as you guys, but but yeah, Chris, we're excited for that now, right?
Oh yeah, it's an excellent thing.
And if you actually look over to my left, if you guys are seeing me, you'll see the logo for the Lura Podcast, and that way it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be in every single one of our podcasts from now on, so thank you very much again. So don't forget to check us out, but we'll definitely remind you every single episode from now on, because that is what we are. So now that we got that out of the way, let's recap a little bit of how the week went, Chris. How about that? So what you got for me?
I'm taking a look at my shinies because I actually don't remember.
Oh, nice.
I don't think I got anything too exciting. Yeah. Oh, I did get something. I got a trash C-Dot. I remember I posted that in our server.
Yeah.
I was crying.
Was this before Community Day? Was this before?
Yeah. It was a few days before.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, for me, right before, at least 30 minutes before before the Community Day, Weedle, I actually got a Sneasel spawning in my house, and it was a shiny. Yeah, I know, but I already had two of them. I can just go ahead and just trade it away, of course. And then today I got a nice little shiny too. I know Chris is very triggered on this one.
Oh my gosh, don't even.
Yes, shiny Solrock. It's now part of my inventory. It is tradable now because I now have a second one, so it's kind of nice. But then after that, of course, going into the next part of a recap, of course, Weedle Community Day was this weekend on Saturday from 11 to 5 local time. How did that go for you, Chris?
It was amazing. Got plenty of shinies. I was up in Orlando visiting a friend.
Right.
And we went around the parks over there with our masks on. And we got some really nice ones. I was pretty happy. Really good PvP IVs. I saw you and I both got a rank 1. Holy cannoli. I didn't get my rank 1 till the end. So I was freaking out.
I know, right? Yeah, we both got perfect IVs for PvP. Rank number 1, Weedle with Real Run. I did not hesitate. I literally powered up into the right move and got the second charge move and everything, and it's ready to go, of course. But yeah, that was actually a nice little addition. Well, I got it early. I think it was like maybe 1 or 2 hours into the event, and then all of a sudden I'm checking in, and I'm just like, hold on, is this the right IV? I checked my Calc IV or my Calc IV or my Genie or Poke Genie and all that stuff, and I saw it. I was like,
What's so funny?
if it would have been shiny, I would have freaked out.
Oh yeah, that's like instant god tier shiny right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Shiny
Especially.
with power right there.
Especially because of the news that we have this week, that is going to be interesting, of course. We'll get to that. We'll get to that if you guys don't know, but we'll get to it.
I don't think that's a coincidence either. Yeah.
I don't know either, but we'll see. We'll see. Hang on to your horses, everybody. All right. All right. So yeah, Community Day was a 6-hour event, just like they mentioned. It was 3 times catch Stardust. So that was a nice little addition that us battlers wanted, because we need the Stardust as much as possible. I went from 2.3 to 2.7, I think. And that's because I only ran my Pokeball Plus the entire time without actually really catching much, aside from a few other different ones. So I got lucky. Mm-hmm. That rank 1 was a Gold Plus catch.
Yeah, that's even luckier. Yeah, I think mine was an incense. So already I was excited, but then I did a U-turn for my friend.
You know what the funny thing is? I think a lot of people actually got the rank 1 Weedle. I seen like almost everybody on Twitter just go bananas over this, because everybody was getting that. There was one person though, they got a perfect shiny PvP ready one for rank 1.
Ooh.
And,
I did not see that.
And a shiny full hundo too. I know it was just in Twitter. Somebody said my luck was insane, and I don't know how he did it. He didn't. He even stated he did not use the scanners. He actually caught them in the wild, perfectly on his own, just walking around, things like that. So jealousy, probably a little bit. Probably a lot. There is a Solrock shiny? No? Okay, cool. But yeah.
I did get some good IV ones, but
yeah.
You don't really want good IVs for him.
My best one was a 93 shiny. 93% high shiny. It was a 14, so it's actually pretty nice. Even IV, so that's pretty good for us. But anyways, let's get on with another part of our recap. Chris, can you tell us how your wild card tournament went?
Ooh, it started really good. I'll tell you that much. I was 3-0, I believe.
Okay.
I can actually pull it up while I talk about it. It started out really good. I was really excited. I was winning left and right. These were not easy tournaments. So I'm not trying to say like I was slapping people left and right.
That would be nice.
It was a very hard tournament. Yeah, I know I was at least 3-0. I think I might have went 4-0. No. Round 3, I got matched up against an elite trainer.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that guy's the one that kind of knocked me down a peg.
Yeah.
He took me out. And then immediately, I was like really nervous about the next few matches, because I was like, ooh, there's only a small chance that I can still win this and go to Continentals now, because technically there's a chance somebody won't go 7-0, especially if I get matched up with them. I could be the one to knock them down to a 6-1.
Right. So it was just
that obviously didn't happen. I lost like 3 matches in a row.
Oh,
it was
goodness.
horrible.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun though. I'd say my biggest enemy was Wigglytuff.
Okay.
Skuntank loses to it if it shields twice, so you don't really want to match up there.
Yeah, that's the some things, of course.
And then it can throw.
But you were confident into the tournament. You were actually saying that you had a nice practice. You were winning a lot of different sorcerers matches and all that. Unfortunately, you got outbested with other people who were just a little bit more into the information of the Sorcerer's Cup. So
they had a little bit more knowledge about what was going to wreck. I think with the addition of Beedrill, it definitely shakes up the meta. Beedrill is a way better Skuntank. He doesn't have to worry about Charm as much, since he's not part dark, so he's not going to take any damage really.
All right.
So I think he definitely shakes up the meta insanely.
All
He
right.
takes out all the top meta. It's insane.
Well, it is what it is. You had your chance, and of course, you did your best. That's all you can do, really. At this point,
Better
it's
luck next year, yeah.
no, yeah, until next year, until season 3, of course. We'll see, but we still have another friend of ours who is Speedish Cheese, is their chief, who's going into Continentals. So hopefully we can bring that hype to him when he goes
I
through
want to
his.
see him like wreck.
Yeah, I want to see him direct too. He doesn't stream, but his YouTube channel will definitely have some information when he does have his continental matches. So yeah, with that being said, I think that's all the recap that we have at the moment. If anything that you guys want to say or do, make sure you type it in the chat since we're live right now. But yeah, for now, we're gonna get into, of course, our research topics of the day. Chris, what do you have to say today?
Yeah.
What do you want to read the first one there?
Yes, sir. Very excited about this. The GoFest information reveal.
Ooh,
yes.
yes.
And I see a little special Pokemon there. I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah, definitely. So GoFest, as you guys know, was announced a couple of weeks back, stating the dates of GoFest, which is the 25th and the 26th of July. So now it's time for it's time for them to actually give us the information what we're expecting for GoFest. So they did a blog post, and again, this is coming from Pokemon Go Live.com. So trainers, since we announced the dates of Pokemon Go Fest a couple of weeks back, we've been so excited to share more details on our first ever virtual event experience. In the process of developing this new format, we asked ourselves what makes Pokemon Go Fest? Okay. What do trainers all in all around the world and us here in Niantic alike enjoy the most about Pokemon Go live events and by extension of the game itself? If we had to summarize the answers to these questions in just a few words, we say the community, celebration, and challenge. Yes, there is definitely a lot that goes on in GoFest. Now, you and I have experienced GoFest firsthand, and it's something that we love to go to, if possible, every single year. But, of course, as you guys know, COVID-19, we want to make sure that we're safe. So this year, we're going to go digital, just how we talked about the last few weeks. So let's get right into what we are expecting for me. So it will come to us. This will take place over 2 days. Each day will provide us with a unique experience as well as different special research story to enjoy. Trainers will be able to participate in both days of the event with one ticket. So one ticket, which actually is live in the game right now. Let's see right here. If you go to the shop right now, plus stickers and all that stuff, and the style or area, you'll see an actually available section where you're actually able to buy the ticket. I don't think it's sold out. We have to check for sure, but I'm pretty sure that it's available for everybody and anybody can buy it at this point.
I was going to say, I don't think they should sell out of these ones because it's not at a physical location.
Right.
But you never know.
Yeah, no. Well, the good thing that Niantic is also contributing to the problems that we have in here in the world right now. So they are donating, I think it's $50,000 from their revenue of GoFest tickets into some charities that will help out, of course, the world, which is nice from Niantic. Thank you, Niantic, once again. But right now, of course, we'll see how it goes.
It's a little bit more than that.
It's more?
Right over here, I'm reading, we'll be donating Niantic proceeds from GoFest ticket sales, committing a minimum of $5 million.
Oh, there you go. See?
Isn't that insane?
It is insane, but that's what I really love about Niantic. They do take the initiative in a lot of different ways, and that's how the cookie crumbles. All right, so let's talk about what we're expecting on this 2-day GoFest event. So the very first day of Pokemon Go Fest is going to be on July 25th from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. local time. So remember your times, guys. We have a lot of time for those. Trainers will be enjoy the following. Trainers can access a special research story that can give you can only get on day 1 of the event. Furthermore, 5 rotating habitats team around fire, water, grass, battle, and friendship will feature special Pokemons that go along with that habitat's team. This habitat will rotate every hour, so each habitat will feature twice during day 1. So since we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5 different habitats, and it's like a 10-hour event. So we'll rotate between the 10 hours. Definitely gonna be running a Gold Plus for the entire time. That's for sure.
That's a really interesting way to do it. I guess it is the easiest way for them to set it up, though.
Yeah, definitely. So the interesting part about it is that we know about habitats. It's fire, water, and grass. That's the common Pokemon habitats that we've seen in any of the Go-Fests. But battle and friendship habitats, those are going to be even more interesting just because to see what kind of Pokemons they're gonna bring to the table.
Are we going to be able to fight random people without like scanning a barcode?
You never know. But that is the first part of that. Trainers will be able to work together in a global challenge arena. This GoFest exclusive feature will be available only to ticket holders in the global challenge arena. Trainers will have the chance to join forces in order to complete a collaborative challenge each hour. If trainers complete a challenge, they will earn a bonus for the remainder of the hour. You can check the global challenge arena screen to keep track of the global progress. And then trainers will be able to encounter over 75 species of Pokemons in the wild, in raids, and by completing a special research task. So they do give us a little bit of a image of how it's gonna work. We'll definitely see you'll have to send 100,000 gifts to friends. It ends in 45 minutes, things like that. And we'll show you the scores that you do. Definitely make sure that you have at least 200 friends for this if you want to actually participate pretty well. But I will be sending gifts, getting to go, and you can, I think it looks like you can actually see your friends' progress too, which is kind of nice, kind of interesting when it comes down to it, However, that is not everything that we have about GoFest today. GoFest 2020 Day 2. On Sunday, July 26th from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., so another 10-hour event, trainers will enjoy something very different. We want the Day 2 experience to be a surprise, so ticket holders will learn what we have in store that very day. There will also be another special research story for trainers to enjoy. Speculation time, Chris. How do you call it?
Speculation station.
Ooh. Oh, hype the train here. Let me show that this old rock is not shiny. Alright, I'm good. But yes, so they don't give us all the information about Day 2, but they do want to give us a surprise, which I'm actually excited about because usually we have all the information when it comes down to it, and it does seem like we're prepared when it comes down to it. If it's just a surprise, that means that it's way more exciting.
Much more.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, what are we waiting for? There is more information, of course, coming along that we'll talk about in just a moment, but there is a little bit more information that they gave us, and of course that is not all. Regardless of whenever you have a ticket, trainers in the US can order a commemorative Pokemon Go Fest 2020 t-shirt available online from a Pokemon Center. However, this was mentioned on June 15, which was my birthday, and I checked the website today and it's all sold out. Goodness. So if you were able to get it, lucky you. I didn't buy one just because couldn't find one in the beginning days. I think they had a little problem with it showing up in the shop, and then they said, hey, we're working on this, it will show up in the next hours or so, and then it just disappeared. Like you never know, So
I heard about that.
Yeah, so, we're working on Pokemon Go Fest microsite, which will bring some of our favorite events and activities to trainers around the world. Just like the team launches and in-person Pokemon Go Fest, this site will give players a chance to take a break from catching Pokemons and interact with other trainers, participate in fun giveaways, and get event updates. Stay tuned for more details. So I'm guessing that because it is a virtual and they have tested different things like, community day, live streams, and all that stuff, I'm sure that there will be a way for us to interact with them on social medias and, YouTube, Twitch, whatever else they usually want to stream things to, the fun things about, giveaways and things like that. So I'm sure that they are working on that, and little by little they'll have more information about it, So they did tell us how to purchase the ticket, which we already know about that. And then just a little more information. As they said, of course, they are donating committing a minimum of $5 million from the GoFest ticket sales. So, Chris, what kind of excitement you got for me here?
for GoFest?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously shinies. I'm excited for a chance at Seviper and Chinchou.
Yeah.
And Gibble. Oh my gosh, I forgot Gibble was gonna be here.
Yeah. That in their picture, if I'm gonna show you guys right now, in the picture they actually have Gibble in the background. So that's Gibble and Snorlax are the only shinies out of this entire event. Plus maybe unknown, but we know that's not gonna happen.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Plus, there is a little bit of a Team Rocket balloon in the back there, so that will probably be something interesting when it comes down to it. But yeah, the shinies are going to shine in that day, and we're actually hoping to expect the next shiny to be really revealed in the next coming days, coming weeks of Pokemon Go Fest, of course. So yeah.
Something to note is the Pikachu and Eevee in the picture don't have any costumes on at the moment.
All right.
I really hope we're not just getting plain shinies.
I kind of wonder their flower crowns again, because I kind of want Flower Crown Eevee again. So
I feel like that's the most likely, and it's very possible.
Yeah.
And I know you definitely want another Flower Crown.
Yeah,
Everybody
especially
does.
shiny.
It's amazing.
But that is not all that we have for that type of information. Chris, they did announce in their Pokemon Present a couple of days ago that Pokemon Go Fest is going to have a special mythical Pokemon reveal. They only gave us the silhouette, but if you look at the top right corner of my screen or wherever you can see, this is Go Fest right there. Victini is actually going to be the mythical Pokemon we're going to encounter now. That is only one piece of information that they gave us, of course. And we're definitely going to be discussing the next two pieces of information, of course. Now, Chris, can you read the second part of our research topics real quick?
Yes. The Galarian Farfetch worldwide release?
Yes. So when Pokemon Present came out, it was the same day as the Isle of Armor DLC in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So Pokemon Go, of course, gave us a little bit of a tease of giving us Galarian Farfetch in the wild. Now, this happened for they did say it was going to be a 24-hour event thing for the release of Sword and Shield. However, I think it went past a 24-hour, and I think it went like close to 4 p.m. that day, the next day. So everybody was catching Galarian Farfetch left from right. If I actually go into my storage... Let's see if I can do Farfetch. Yeah. I only have one. Oh, no. I haven't transferred the other ones because they were low IVs and didn't care about it. But yes, Galarian Farfetch is in Pokemon Go. It was worldwide. There is, though, a chance of getting it in 7KX2. So it's not even... I think it's not even a regional yet, but I may be wrong. I haven't actually seen the numbers come up, and I don't know if everybody who's posted the Galarian Farfetch to come out as 7KX to be, in the region where they usually spawn. So I don't know. We'll see, because it's technically a regional from regular Farfetch, so
I want to see how it evolves.
Yes.
That's what I want to see.
So from that Wednesday, from 6 a.m. to Thursday, June at 6 a.m., that's when a 24-hour period. But I think they extended it a little bit longer just because everybody was playing the DLC and they didn't want to miss out on having a Galarian Farfetch spawn in the wild. So I think that's what they did. That's pretty nice. Thank you, Niantic, but that is what it is. Sorry, guys, that unfortunately this podcast came out, a couple of days later when it comes down to it. So let me fix something here.
It was very short, like the notice beforehand, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely. So that is what it is, but we'll definitely keep a couple for trade. Well, I don't have any more for trade right now, because Galarian Farfetch seems to be a good Pokemon in PvP. And Surfetch. Now, Surfetch is not in the game yet. It is technically in the code, but it's not available to evolve at the moment, just like Galarian Zigzagoon and all that, so fortunately that is the case. And yeah, so yes, you did miss a lot in gold, Nick.
Oh yeah. I didn't see it in the notes, but speaking of Galarian Zigzagoon, there was the debacle where I believe it was during Galarian Farfetch that you were able to evolve it and get the moves of the normal.
Oh yeah.
Lagoon.
Yes.
And everyone that got it got the moves taken away.
Yeah.
Very mad.
Yeah, so what Chris is mentioning is during Spotlight Hour for Nummel, there was a glitch in the system, just like Niantic every now and then happens. Galarian like Noon usually doesn't have a moveset that it usually does, so it came to have the movesets from his regular form, which is the regular Hoenn Nanian Lanoon. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. So everybody who actually got it was like, oh my goodness, it is things like that. It only happened through the hour. And everyone was like, oh my goodness, and people are going to have this and that. Even Silt Arena actually banned like Galarian like Noon through the time. But then Niantic came with a statement, actually said, we understand this problem happened. We're going to go ahead and reimburse the players who actually spend the dust and the TMs for this. And of course, give them extra Stardust that could happen. Plus, the Linoon that you have right now will return to a regular moveset that it would usually have. Now, everybody was talking about it, and a lot of people were salty. A lot of people weren't, mostly because it's not now a exclusive Pokemon to have for that reason. So, a good thing that from Niantic for patching it up. Thank you, Niantic, again. There was probably one or two people that I know that were a little salty because they spent way more dust than they should have.
I was going to say the biggest issue is the people that powered it up. They used like 200,000 Stardust that they wouldn't have used.
Yeah.
And I feel bad about that.
Definitely.
But it wasn't supposed to be in the game, to be fair.
Yeah, to be fair.
I'm not saying I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, I agree. So for our next topic, our research topic of today, Niantic Local Business Recovery Initiative. Now, this is something that is actually helping local businesses specifically, especially since everything that's happened with the COVID-19 and everything that's going on. So, trainers, we hope that all the excitement for Pokemon Go Fest, as we are, much look forward this summer. To help trainers get back into their communities, we're excited to announce our upcoming Niantic Local Business Recovery Initiative. Plus, take a look at a recap of some quality of life updates that were made into the game over the last few months and how some of these changes will be maintained moving forward. Of course, you can nominate your local business to be part of the initiative if you do well and if I think the initiative goes through. You can, of course, read all of this if you want to in the show notes if you want to. We'll definitely put it for everybody to see. You can go to Niantic.com and you'll actually be able to see the information. I kind of don't want to get into the meet and greet, but that basically means that you can actually make your local business a Pokestop or gym for them to, go through, through the process of helping them out, since everybody needs a little bit more business these days. And, Pokemon Go players are far and wide, so definitely is a little bit helpful in that regard. So... Ooh, Clefairy, please be shiny. No, okay. So, recap of some quality of life updates. The distance at which you can spin Pokestops and gyms will remain increased. Gym storage and number of gifts you can open per day will remain increased. Remote raid passes will remain available. And then the walk-in requirements to unlock Settle Go Battle Leagues will return eventually. Now, I understand, Chris, there is something that comes to mind when you read that last part, definitely. But I will actually get into it in just a little bit because there is more information here than you expect it to be. But the quality of life, which is the bonuses that we're having for the last few months, some are here to stay, and of course some will have to go because how this Pokemon Go is technically. Just like we mentioned, Pokemon Go has to also go back to regular time, regular grind that we all love, basically. But there's some hidden secrets that they're definitely being talked about in recent news, definitely. So Chris, real quick, aside from all those bonuses, what are you most excited about getting to stay into the future of this pandemic, I guess?
I mean, I gotta say the gift storage, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't really do remote raid passes because they're a little bit expensive for me.
Right.
But being able to interact with a lot more people is very helpful for lucky friends, for just friendship in general. I'm a little bit concerned that I don't see anything mentioned about PvP, like the requirement for fighting like great friends or good friends, sorry.
Right.
So we'll see about that. But that's the only thing that concerns me. I love the gifts.
Yeah. That especially keeping the gift storage is actually something that we've been wanting to keep for a while. It only was increased during events, and it really didn't help when it came back to 10 gifts and all that stuff. So that's usually a reason for it. The one that I'm excited about is the distance in which you can spin Pokestops in gyms. That has actually been a lot helpful for a lot of people, especially because now I can actually reach the one that's at my work.
Yep.
So it's something that I welcome through, and then hopefully that will help, make sure that things were right there for that, So definitely something that we want, and some things, but there's more to it than you think. But before we actually get into that meet and greedy, we do have a little bit of information that came out last week too. And if you actually follow me on Twitch or on YouTube, you see my reactions live about all this information. You can also join our Discord, of course, and you'll see most of our clips there. But Chris, what is it, the big news that we have here?
Mega evolutions, boy.
Yeah. Mega evolutions are coming to Pokemon Go, guys.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. No, you did good. So, yes, we are super excited to announce that Mega evolutions are finally coming to Pokemon Go. Now, they did say that it's coming in 2020. We don't know when. We don't know the exact date of Pokemon Go Fest, or not Pokemon Go Fest, but Mega evolutions. It's going to be interesting when it comes down to it. How they're going to work, how they're going to see, how we're going to use them. Is it going to be the same as, the main series games or anything like that? Because, truth be told, Mega Evolutions only happens when your Pokemon has the biggest, strongest bond with you throughout the thing. Now, there is one mechanic in Pokemon Go that actually makes that kind of like connection to it, which is the buddy system. The hearts that you gain will determine how much your buddy likes you, things like that. That, I think, is going to coexist with how Mega Evolutions is going to work. Now, again, we don't know anything yet, but because we are here and we are live, you guys can probably see the cool little video, the teaser that they gave us that day. So I'm going to show it for you guys. You guys can see your faces, of course, but hopefully you guys can hear this. Goodness. At first, when I saw that symbol, I was like, the perfect thing. And it's, of course, that's 2020. It's going to be really interesting. That whenever Niantic actually does those small little things, I feel like they actually just hyping it up too much for us, It's just a little bit crazy every now and then. But, it's coming. It's things like that. We want to go over what Mega Evolutions would be in the game right now, or what Pokemons we can Mega Evolve at the moment. Now, I do have a couple of gaming, which they do amazing graphics out here for you guys. They have like the Cantonian Pokemons. Let's go through the list real quick to make sure that you guys understand this. So we have Mega Venusaur, Mega Charizard X, and Mega Charizard Y. Mega Blastoise, Mega Beedrill, which we already have a community day from. Mega Pidgeot, Mega Alakazam, Mega Slowbro, Mega Gengar, Mega Kangaskhan, Mega Pinsir, which we're getting a raid day for in the next couple of weeks. Mega Gyarados, which I really like. Mega Aerodactyl, Mega Mewtwo X, and Mega Mewtwo Y. Legendary Pokemons that are actually able to Mega Evolve. This is going to be an interesting thing for sure. Mega Ampharos, which we had a community day where they gave him a Dragon type move. Now, if you do Mega Evolve Ampharos, he becomes a Dragon type. So that's going to be interesting when it comes down to his move that he got a long time ago. So maybe they were preparing for this, but that was a lot of years of preparing. I can tell you that much. Let's continue on the list because there's still a lot more. Mega Steelix, Mega Scizor, Mega Heracross, Mega Houndoom, Mega Tyranitar, Mega Sceptile, Mega Blaziken, Mega Swampert, Mega Gardevoir. If you go to the next list, Okay, thank you. Mega Sableye. Now that's an interesting one for sure. Mega Marwell, which is already a PvP monster. Mega Aggron. Mega Medicham, which that one is actually pretty awesome. It might actually be compatible in Ultra League if that matters.
Yep, I heard it maxes out perfectly right under 2,500.
Yeah,
even the perk.
Definitely. So Mega Manetric, Mega Sharpedo, Mega Camerot, which we had a spotlight hour for it. Mega Altaria, Mega Venet, Mega Absol, which is actually a pretty cool Pokemon. Mega Glady, I think that's how you say it, right? Mega Salamence, which I'm actually walking right now. Mega Metagross, which I already have ready to go, best buddies. Mega Latios and Mega Latias. And then we, of course, have Primal Kyogre, Primal Groudon, and Mega Rayquaza, which, holy Jesus, you know,
that changes a lot. Yeah.
That they go over 5,000 if the CP matters, and I'm just like, oof, my heart. Mega Lupini, Mega Garchomp, Mega Lucario, which is still a fan favorite for sure. Mega Abomasnow, Mega Gallade, Mega Audino, which we just had the release of it not too long ago. And then Mega Diancie, which is a legendary mythical Pokemon that's not released in Pokemon Go yet, but it's definitely a welcome addition if it does come through. So those are the current Megas that technically, I think those are all the Mega Evolutions of the game at the moment. But there's definitely there's definitely some fine favorites in there. If we do have some shinies, because there have been some shinies for those Pokemons, actually for most Pokemons actually. There's definitely some chance to see. Now, we still don't know how Mega Evolutions are gonna work in Pokemon Go. It's going to be an interesting feat once they do release it and how they're gonna work. We don't know if it's gonna come after Go Fest or before Go Fest, because remember, Mega Evolutions do come in Generation 6, which we're still in the midst of Generation 5. So I don't know. I'm itched to know more information because it's coming this year. They did tease it for a reason, and I know it's coming for that reason. Chris, how much hype are you from this?
Dude, it's going to change a lot, and I don't want to get too much into speculation because there's so much to undig here. I'm pretty sure the Pinsir Raid Day is going to be pretty hyped because of this, if you don't have a good IV one.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing that makes Pinsir worthwhile now. To be honest,
that's true. I don't think I have a very good Pinsir aside from the shiny, but the shiny is not even good IVs anyways. I need that perfect. I got it, as much as I wanted not to do Pinsir Raid, I'm not gonna have to do Pinsir Raid. Goodness gracious, Niantic.
I think I'm just gonna do that for you, honestly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we'll definitely get some chances later on, you know. So yes, Mega Evolution. Sure. Yeah, Mega Evolutions are coming. I screamed to the top of my lungs when that announcement happened. If you guys want to check it out, make sure that you are checking us out on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/purelighter. We have all the clips there for sure.
It's one of my favorite clips of you yet.
Yeah, definitely. Plus the one in the Groudon, the shiny Groudons. But yeah, definitely. Mega Evolutions, they're coming. They're almost here. We just gotta wait a little bit longer for more for amazing information. So now that we went through most of the hype of this, we do have information of what I was talking about from the last blog post that Niantic said about keeping some of the features that they did. Now, this is coming from the Eurogamer.net, an article that they posted about how Pokemon Go Fest is being implemented, you know, things like that. But there is an interview with the senior manager one of the senior managers at Niantic, and it states, as the company returns to a new normal, some of the Pokemon Go's recent players' line features will be retired, while some of will be made permanent. Like we mentioned, the gift system, the distance in gyms, things like that actually help out the most. But there is more to it. The game's expanded limit of holding and sending gifts will become standard, for example, while the expanded focus on the gyms, you know, things like that. So I did mention that already. Walking distance for the Go Battle League will return in a way that will make sense. So they're not going to just return the walking requirements and say we gotta walk 3 requirements and then walk through the entire thing and then get a set of battles, things like that. Maybe they'll actually find a decent make-believe way to actually do the battles and all that stuff. So I believe Niantic is working on that, and definitely seeing the insane hype of how Go Battle League has actually been implemented into Twitch, YouTube, how people want to use it to the content creators, how people want to even play it anymore. It's still down at the moment, unfortunately, but it is something that it's welcoming since they're revamping the way that we are going to be getting the sets going through. Now, there is one more thing, but Chris, what do you think about those small little announcements that they did?
About the quality of life kind of stuff?
Yeah, so what about you think? What do you think that they will do to make Go Battle League a more favorable walking requirement,
The first thing that comes to mind is I think the earlier ones will require smaller amounts of walking, and
right.
The more you go, the more you have to walk. So maybe the first one's 1 kilometer, the second one's 2 kilometers. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
So the people that really want to do all their sets have to walk 25 kilometers in a day or something.
So you can get your sets in smaller increments, but then you have to walk farther if you want to keep on playing for the rest of the time, since you don't want to sit
That's
down.
What I'm thinking.
Okay. I kind of like that idea. It seems reasonable for the reason that you'll get one. I want to say you get 1 free set at the beginning of the day. That's, no walking requirements, things like that. And then as you say it, you'll walk the first kilometer and say, okay, so I got a Lunatone. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Back to it. 1 kilometer for the next set, 2 kilometers for the next set. I actually kind of like that idea when it comes down to it. It's actually pretty simple, pretty motivational, and it actually makes sense in a way that, yes, you'll be able to still do some of your battles throughout the day, and then if you want to do more, just go out there and play for a little bit and then come back.
I think it keeps people from getting driven away,
and of course keep them from getting burned out most of the way through the battles. So so yeah, I do think I actually like that idea for sure. So definitely we'll keep in mind when it comes down to it, and we'll definitely keep you guys in touch when it comes to more information about it. Definitely probably until the end of the month, but we'll see how that goes, of course. There is, though, one last piece of information they actually did say, and this is coming from the senior director of Niantic, or senior manager director. The rumors were true. The game's long held at level 40 cap will be increased. It has been confirmed by Matt Selman, which is the senior developer, although there is no word yet on when or how. So level 40 will not be the final grind on Pokemon Go anymore. It will be increased. Now, we don't know how much it's going to be increased. We don't know if it's just to 50, to 100, whatever number that they pick. However, you'll finally be able to get rewarded from, maxing out so much experience. Now, Chris, if you go into your Pokemon Go, of course, how much experience have you accumulated since getting to level 40?
Well, I'm actually curious about how we compare.
Okay.
Let's see this.
Let's see this here.
I have... Let me take a look. I have 73,699,691.
So I have 70,755... No, I'm sorry, what am I saying? 70,775,811. So I think I got you there a little bit. How much you said again?
I actually got 3 million on you, boy.
Oh boy, now I'm gonna have to grind out some raids here and there. But yeah, reaching level 40 was up to 50 or no? It was only to 40, right? 40 million.
I mean, that's just a speculation.
No. Yeah, but when you reach level 40 the first time, that was the moment that you get 40 million experience. Up through from level 1 to level 40, it was 40 million experience. So now, or I'm sorry, no, not 40, but 20 million experience, and then level 40 times 2 will be 40. Level times 3 will be 60. So I'm halfway there to 4. So level halfway down to 4, to 3, one of the two. Either way, that will definitely change. We don't know when. Hopefully by GoFest, we'll see some information about that. But now we'll finally be able to feel that the grind is real once again. I feel like the experience grind has never been the same since reaching level 40, and I'm just glad that I can go back to it now. So that's pretty nice. We just don't know when. Chris, any thoughts about that?
I believe what my friend suggested in saying that we're probably gonna have some kind of quest to kind of help,
Right.
instead of having to get like 10 million XP for the next level. I honestly do believe we're gonna do like a static amount of XP, and then we got to do like some crazy feat, like getting to like not 5,000, getting to like 2,000 elo in Go Battle League or something.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to grind out for like 2 months to get to the next level. You never know. It's probably going to be the XP, but I like the idea.
Yeah. So one thing that we do have to know too, that when level 40 was reached, when Pokemon Go first came out, we didn't have all the additions that we have now. We didn't have raids, we didn't have friendship, we didn't have daily task, gift sending, friendship, anything like that. We didn't have anything that usually made just catching, hatching, and battling gyms a thing of the past, of course. Now that we have all of that, it's possible to gain much experience now that we do. We just don't know how much of that experience is going to accumulate from the one we already have to the new levels that they're going to be increasing. I don't know. I'm actually excited to go into it. But in either way, it just feels that it's a welcome addition that Pokemon Go needs at this point. So, thank you. It really, it's really in that regard. I do want to see through that. So, anyways, the last research topic that we have for the day, of course, will be the new daily incense and free box. Now, if you are playing Pokemon Go, this is actually a feature that they did announce. Every day after 12 o'clock at midnight, you'll receive, or you can go to the shop and actually go to the free box. You'll have to, you'll earn a free box in your shop. It usually is like a couple of Pokeballs, a potion, a revive, and things like that. So it's not that big of a box. It's a free box for a reason. It's just like spinning a stop in that regard. And it kind of like makes that an interesting thing. At the same time, you'll be visited by Professor Willow. They're saying that you will be on a limited time, well, not limited time, but a limited incense every day. So basically, what that says is that you have a Pokemon spawn once each day, regardless of everything else that you usually see in the overworld. This is only for limited players. Now, I don't understand why the limited players are any kind of player at this point, because this kind of seems more for the rural players. But even I have gotten it. Chris, have you seen that before?
The spawn that you get at the beginning?
Yes.
Yeah. I noticed, I think mine actually changed when I didn't catch it. I haven't heard anyone report about that, but it might just be my imagination that like my Starly turned into like a Zigzagoon or something.
Right.
But it may just be that they were stacked on top of each other and I didn't notice.
Yeah, so
that was over the process of like an hour. So
yeah,
I'm not sure.
So there is a small little halo that will differentiate from an incest or a regular spawn in the overworld. So it's like a white circle that appears and actually tells you that is the thing. Now, the very first Pokemon that appeared for me during when that actually went live was a what you may call it, a Sarah something. It was an electric little horsey. I can't remember the name of that Pokemon right now.
Electric horsey.
Yeah, it's from the Unova. There we go. Blitzel. That was the first.
Oh, Pokemon. Yeah.
Yes. So Blitzer was the very first Pokemon that appeared for me. So I was like, that's rare. That's actually doesn't even spawn around my house. And then I see the news come in, and you're like, oh, okay, so this is what actually happened. And it had that that different background thing. Now this incest isn't really active in your like overworld thing, just like an incest that I have right now. It will only appear when the Pokemon appears. at 12 o'clock. So definitely it's kind of welcoming because a lot of people don't get the chance to open the game and see spawns because they don't live in a spawn area. But definitely something that just helps out through your daily quests, daily things like that, So kind of nice addition, and thank you, Niantic, for that. It does help out. So it's just a limited test at the moment. They'll see how it really works out for them. I do hopefully feel that it might be for everyone, but not everybody. Not even the rural players are getting this limited time, which kind of questions why are we the ones doing it? Yeah, that's. I mean, you and I who've been playing this, we play this game every day. We open the game every day. We see spawns every day because we go out and play. How come we are the ones being the limited amount of people testing it while there's other people who really need it at this point? So.
I'm curious if they're limiting it to level 40s to begin with. That's usually the way they do it, but I haven't heard anything.
That's true. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that is the limited test there. As common. So, but yeah, now I think that's all the research topics that we have right now, Chris. So we should get into a PvP section. Get good, get wrecked. Here we go. First thing and foremost, of course, the Go Battle League is still down. So if you go to your Go Battle League battles, we are not able to make any sets. We are not able to play any sets or anything of the like. However, there was a little talk that a YouTuber from Mexico was talking about. There's like a 3-part series video that he did. The first one was, why did Go Battle League go down? It was because of this special, or not special, but this person by the name of Jesus, which, we don't mention Jesus here. However, the second video he did was that he actually was able to talk to him. They said that this person named Jesus was from Peru, and
really?
Yeah, surprisingly, and he said, okay, why is the reason that you use this, and how can you tell us how you implemented this exploit? He didn't mention. I'm not gonna talk about the exploit until Niantic actually fixes it. It's not just me that has been using this exploit, maybe because I used it more than usual. But other people have actually said, now, you've probably seen it through Celta Arena and Skull Stadium. They did say, hey, we understand that this exploit is still implemented in the game because Niantic has not fixed this. Make sure you record your battles. Make sure that you have a dispute through your battles, things like that when you go into the tournaments. So just like Jesus says, it's not just him that's been using it. He just overused it.
I've heard servers.
Right.
Servers of people.
Right. And there were several other servers and things like that. I didn't see his last video from the Mexican YouTuber that actually implemented that, but they did say that they know how they can implement the exploit. I don't want to see it for many different reasons, of course. But yeah, Go Battle League is still down. I don't know if Niantic will be making a statement in the next few days because we are actually in the midst of Master League and Premier Cup. So, and this Lunaton is not shiny, unfortunately. It is, we were supposed to have Master League right now. We were supposed to go through these entire battles, Premier Cup, no legendaries, no mythicals, things like that. So, because we don't have that yet, and because this podcast is about to end, we're going to go ahead and get both Chris and I to do one Premier Cup battle. Let's get to it.
This is probably going to go in your favor.
Probably. But remember, no mythicals or no legendaries. Let me check this roll real quick and I'll be good.
Oh, you have a little bit of an advantage. I know what you have.
All right. Well, I'm going to hide my screen real quick.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, yeah. I'll look the other way.
Nah, don't worry. You can't see it right now. So, let's see here.
You have so many good Pokemon.
I know, right?
Are you sending them?
I will send it. I will send it. I was doing something real quick.
Oh, no problem.
And then Pokemon trigger, please. Which is your trigger?
Who you think's gonna win?
Yeah, tell us in the chats right now who thinks is gonna win through that. I'm just gonna.
My vote's on you.
Why? Just because I have this Pokemon?
A certain hundo. I think you know.
Yeah, definitely, right. We'll see. Just gonna go through that lineup and see how it goes. All right. Go back to that. I sending you the request. Let's see how it goes. So, guys, let's battle each
Well, you
other.
don't have to choose.
I did choose. So.
No. Anima's like, you're gonna make us choose who you think's gonna win.
Yeah. Well, you wrecked me last time in the Ultra League, but now let's see how this Master Premier.
League, I got a lot. I got a lot under my belt there.
Anima's already going like, oh yeah, no, let's go with Chris's this time around. So, did you get?
Really?
Did you get the notification?
Not yet. It should be popping up in just a second, though.
Okay.
I feel like.
Yeah, usually.
It seems like it's always like 5 seconds after. Like I think it's gonna show up.
Yeah. So it is what it is. Just a moment. We'll get there. All right, guys. So yeah, it's Master League again, or Master League Premier Cup. It is a mostly non-legendaries, non-mythical, so no Melmetal, no Dialga, no Mewtwo, nothing of that sort of, which is actually kind of nice. It's a nice little addition to the Premier Cup. We just wish that we can actually use it in the regular Go Battle League and all that stuff. Have you not gotten the invitation yet?
Not yet. Let me restart the app.
Okay. I'll keep it like that.
And it might show up anyway.
Okay. So give us just a second, guys, while we work through that. It's small little issues, of course. Inviting somebody, it's always like this. But hopefully you guys are hyped about all the information that we had to talk today. Mega Evolutions are just definitely something that we want. And it's welcoming. Hopefully it's coming very, very soon. Go Fest is finally coming next month, so we got it. Which we also need to know that Community Day for Ghastly is also coming next month. So we'll definitely hear more information in the next coming weeks, but definitely be ready for that information too. So thank you, of course, so much, everybody who's been in the chat. You got an notification yet? I'll send that again.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll send that
look
again.
the other way.
Yeah, but that's second, guys. All right, Battle Master League. Send it. Boop. All right, sending it once again.
Okay. You picked your team?
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
Come on, game. I'm sending it to the right person, right? Pokemon Trigger, please.
Yeah.
You got
I
Wi-Fi?
did restart the app. It should be showing up soon.
Yeah. If not, then we'll just have you send it real quick.
Okay. Yeah, it was being really slow when I was doing my wild card too.
Oh. You have Wi-Fi and everything in, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird because I actually have it in my room now.
Really? Interesting. Nothing yet?
Yeah. My buddy's really, really, really good with the internet stuff.
No invitation yet?
Yeah, if it doesn't show up in the next like 10 seconds, let me try sending it if that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's go ahead and do that then. Let's go ahead and have you send it.
Okay. Here it comes. We might get our lucky friends here too.
Ooh.
Premier Cup. Oh my gosh.
Well, just Master League, of course,
Just Master.
Okay.
Master League scares me.
It's gonna be really interesting how things go for sure. Oh, I see it in the map. Hold on. There we go.
You got it?
Yep. All right. Let's do this. Battle Pokemon Trigger, please, and myself, Chris and Luis. Let's do this. All right.
Oh my gosh. The terrifying monster it is, Metagross.
Right.
Oh my god.
So I was watching some battles from our good friend Jersey, and he has some interesting battles that he did with one of the other YouTubers out there. Definitely something that I was implementing in my own battles right now for that reason. So
yeah, I like his strategy.
yeah, definitely. All right.
Okay. You know the best part? I have the wrong moveset and it's working to my advantage.
Oh no! Oh no!
I didn't notice until it was saying super effective on your Dragonite. And I was like, wait a minute, what? Okay.
We'll see. We'll see.
You're like, oh no, no. I have a plan. Ooh. Ooh, that's a little scary.
Right? Yeah, definitely anima. Goodness.
Making fun of you slapping my Dragonite.
Right?
I don't know how much damage this is gonna do.
I don't know either. We'll see. Oof! Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay. This is gonna be pretty close, actually.
Yeah? You think?
Yeah, I don't know how close you are.
Gore. Here we go. GG's. GG's, Chris.
GG's, my boy. That was good.
Yeah. I like I said, Premier Cup just really does seem like a battle through. Just seems...
It's a lot more fun.
Yeah, it does seem that way because you don't actually see like the investments of legendaries and mythicals and all that stuff. So definitely will be a welcome addition once Go Battle League goes back up. But I'm pretty sure Niantic will have his plans now that they have spent over a week on Go Battle League being down. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that is the Premier Cup. No legendaries, no mythicals. Make sure that you do once Go Battle League goes out there for sure. So, but anyways, guys, that is actually everything that we have for today. There's any. Yes, I did win that last matchup. Anyways, but thank you for listening, everybody. Everybody who's been in the chat, of course. Slime, thank you very much for coming to the Twitch side. Derp, Brown, Drew, Anima, and everybody else who's definitely been talking in the chat and the YouTube side. If you want, of course, continue on listening to us, we are going to be in our Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher. We really appreciate it if you check us out and download when the episode goes live. You can also leave us a review if you want to. But there's definitely some things out there. More to come, of course. You can also email us some information, and if you want to actually talk to us and be featured on the podcast itself, you can email us at purifiedpodcast@gmail.com. You can also text and voice messages at 941-417-9243. We'll definitely appreciate it. And don't forget, check us out at the purifiedpodcast.com, the Professor Network. So either way, guys, thank you so much for listening. Chris, it's been a fun time today for sure. So much to the news and hype to be talked about. But Chris,
I'm super hyped for everything going on, man.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you very much, everybody. Chris, take it away.
Okay, it's been an amazing week. We got a lot to look forward to. Megas, Pokemon Go Fest, getting back Go Battle League. Hope you guys are using your Stardust that you got from Weedle Community Day to some very good use. Mm-hmm. You can build your what's it called? Master League team. I don't even use Master League. It's such a foreign name to me.
Oh my goodness.
You can build some really good teams now.
Definitely.
So hope you guys enjoy and have a good one. Thanks for joining us. Peace out.
Have a good night, guys. Thank you.